Welcome everybody. Today we're going to show how you can measure soil moisture using nothing more than the Arduino, a plant, and a couple jumper wires along with a resistor. Now I know you can buy soil moisture sensors, but even though those are pretty cheap, we really don't need them. We can get by with just these few components. So the first thing we're going to do, let's start up a new Arduino sketch. Alright, so we got our new Arduino sketch, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to declare our pin mode. So we have one wire plugged into A0, so we're going to start that out with pin mode A0 as an input, because we're going to be doing an analog read on this pin. The other wire is plugged into our 5-volt pin. We're going to put both of these wires into the soil, and then by determining how much voltage is making it through the soil, we're also going to be able to determine how moist the soil is. So in our setup, we also need to start our serial connection to the computer so we can look at this data. And we do so by saying serial.begin, and we'll go just at a 9600 baud rate. And now in our loop function, all that we need to do to just have a proof of concept is serial.println analog read A0. And remember our nested parentheses. And we'll just make a comment. Okay, so now that we have that, let's just run our code and make sure everything is on the up and up. And so now if all goes well, I should see some flashy lights on my Arduino, and we are done uploading. So now let's open up our serial monitor and see what we see. So as you can see, we're getting just some random data. And that's because we haven't included our resistor yet. This resistor specifically is going to be used as a pull-down resistor. So looking at our circuit, we have our Arduino. We have A0, which is going to the plant, or to the soil more accurately, and we have 5 volts that will be going to the plant. But because this A0 isn't connected to anything, we're just getting random charge building up static, and so as you can see here, we've already gotten up to our maximum 5 volt value. So we need to include a pull-down resistor here, and we're going to use a 10,000 ohm resistor. And so to do that, I can just do it the cheap, kind of cheating way, not really cheating, but the sloppy way, and I'm just going to shove this into the pin with my A0, into A0, as well as the pin, as well as the wire that's going in there, and I'm also going to put the other end into ground. And so if all is connected, now my charge should be nicely at 0. And just to show that we can get other readings, I'll just touch these together. And if I'm supplying a full 5 volts, it jumps up to our maximum 1023 value. So with this basic circuit, now it's time to get our plant involved. So we have a plant, we have our Arduino with a resistor and 2 jumper wires, and now I just need to put these 2 jumper wires into the plant, or into the soil rather. So I'll just pop these in like so. And so now we're reading some conductivity, so I might make these a little bit farther apart. Oh no, I think that's good actually. So this right now is relatively dry soil. This plant hasn't been watered in a day or two. And so now I'm just going to add some water here. And we should see those numbers in the serial monitor drastically rise. And so this is because in the soil, there are minerals that can dissolve into the water and make the soil more conductive. And so now, if I know that this is the moisture level that this plant likes, I could set a threshold around 300 to know that I've adequately watered my plant. And let's just add a little bit more. And so I may have overwatered it just now, so that shows me that maybe I want to make sure never to water it past a numerical value of around 350. So there we go. We have now been able to sense the moisture of our soil without buying any extra components. All we need are these wires, a resistor, and an analog read. All right, happy planting.